because the whole point is Australia, as a liberal democracy, believes in free speech. And none more so than in our parliament, and for Australians who are elected to our parliament to be able to speak very plainly about what they believe the issues are.
You are absolutely right, Prime Minister. Mainstream Australians do believe in free speech, and Australians should be able to speak plainly, as is our God-given right. But the reality is that there are many ways in which the Australian law prohibits free speech and free expression, not least of all Section 18C of the Racial Discrimination Act, which makes it unlawful for somebody to say something that may insult or offend someone on the basis of race. Now, of course, we can all agree that racism is disgusting and it's wrong. But with laws like 18C, the cure is much worse than the disease. Because laws like 18C are almost always weaponised to shut down legitimate debate and silence mainstream Australians. It was Section 18C that allowed Andrew Bolt to be successfully sued over 2 newspaper columns. It was Section 18C that allowed a group of university students to be dragged to the Australian Human Rights Commission for speaking out against racism in the form of Indigenous-only facilities at the Queensland University of Technology. It was Section 18C that allowed Bill Leak to be hounded by the Human Rights Commission until the day he died, all for publishing a cartoon. But when a bill to repeal Section 18C was before the Parliament 4 years ago, what did you say, Prime Minister?
And I know this issue doesn't create one job, doesn't open one business, doesn't give anyone one extra hour, it doesn't reduce the cost of or make housing more affordable or energy more affordable.
Free speech is fundamental, but talk is cheap. Mr. Morrison, if you really believe in free speech, if you really believe that every Australian should have the right to speak freely without being fined, censored or bankrupted by legal fees, then it's time to do something about it. Prime Minister, it's time to repeal Section 18C and to repeal Section 18C now. To find out more and support the IPA's research into freedom of speech and repealing Section 18C, head to ipa.org.au.